Oh, wow. This video was sponsored by Hoard. Hey, Owen here, and today I'm very excited to be unboxing one of Hoard's monthly boxes. This is the November box, which has a hieroglyph theme. So if you don't know what Hoard is, it's basically a model building version of things like Loot Crate, Nerd Crate, Infinity Crate, those kind of monthly box subscription services. And what they're aiming to do is supply you with tools and materials that maybe you don't usually buy for yourself, as well as some of the main brands that are really useful for model building. It is primarily aimed at wargamers at the moment. However, they are hoping to branch out into more general scale modelling supplies. So that's what I'm here today to look at, to see how it applies to scale model building. Basically what happens is each month they announce the brands that are going to be included in each box. However, they keep the actual items themselves a surprise, which I think, in my opinion, is quite nice. So it means you never quite know what you're going to get. And stick around until the end of the video because I've got a special code that gets you 10% off your purchase at the checkout, so you don't want to miss that. Okay, so let's have a look at what is inside the box now. Let's open it up. Oh, wow. That's quite amazing. I wasn't expecting this. So here we have a letter glued to the lid, and we have a paintbrush, and inside all of this tissue paper presumably is the main supplies. Okay, I'm gonna open this letter first and see what this is. So, letter. Okay, so in here we have a Hoard sticker. Yep, that's a Hoard sticker you get inside the envelope, along with a letter from Hoard. It gives you a little bit of information about each brand included. Okay. So this paintbrush that is stuck here is from Rosemary & Co. It's a Sable Blend size number 4, so it's quite small. So it's sable hair, which means that it's going to be for acrylic painting. You won't want to be using this brush for enamel paints. That's quite nice for doing sort of small areas. Nice flat brush. Let's move on to the main items then. Oh, this is cool. We have some Army Painter perfect tools for models and wargaming miniatures. Okay, so you get 3 little tools and each one has a different head on the end. These look pretty useful if you're going to be doing scratch building and stuff, applying filler to your models, as well as using epoxy putty or green stuff as it says on the back. Also from Army Painter we have some plastic glue. That's always useful. It's got a fairly fine applicator nozzle. Again, finally from Army Painter we have 2 pots of paint, which are acrylic. So we have Greedy Gold and Blue Tone. These are very high quality paints, so that's awesome. You can get very good finishes with these with a brush. And they have little dropper nozzles, which is always really useful. You don't have to take them out of a pot. Next up we have a Vallejo wash, dark yellow. That's really useful. I've actually been really wanting to try a Vallejo wash. I have to see what kind of effects I can get with that. Some Kromlech weathering powder, dark sand. Again, I've never actually used weathering powder. This is my first professional weathering powder. If you did it straight out of the pot, you would get quite a nice dusty effect, and then you'd have to seal that with a coat of varnish. But if you mixed it with a medium or a spirit, it like sets and it's more like painting it on. Then we have some pots of paint from Cote d'Arms. So we have Cote d'Arms Light Blue, Midstone, and Desert Yellow. And then finally we have some things added by Hoard. So we've got 3 pipettes, which is obviously very useful for mixing paint colours. You know, you can get those ratios exactly right. And then we have a little... Okay, so this is interesting. We've got 3 little squeeze bottles for you to put your paint in for mixing, and you can take that off so you can pour your paint directly into the pot. And then inside each one, there are 2 little steel balls. And these things are called paint agitators. So what you do is you put them in your pots of paint. And so when you shake the paint to mix it up, they actually help the mixing process because, you know, there's something in there helping to bind all the ingredients of the paint together. So they're really useful, and they've given us 6 of those paint agitators. Okay, so this is everything that you get in this month's Hobby Hoard box. I think this is a pretty decent array of different items. I think they're going to be pretty useful. I personally haven't used any of these brands before, so if you guys have, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. That would be really good. But now I think I'd better go test them a bit and see what I think of them. To test the products, I made a little base out of oven-baked clay and cardboard. The sculpting tools were very useful for decorating the base. My favourite is definitely the little arrow-shaped hook, which allows you to cut under things. The paintbrush was a very nice quality, and I'll definitely be using it a lot. The Coat d'Arms paints applied really well once thinned a little bit, and the finish you got from them was awesome. I wouldn't recommend using a pipette to transfer paint because the paint sticks to the inside of the pipette. Maybe just use the pipettes for water and thinners. The paint agitator balls are by far my favourite item. They really help mix the paint. The dropper bottles are also great and a really useful addition to my tool set. The blue tone wash from Army Painter worked really well, as did the greedy gold colour. They're brilliant paints and very high quality. I like the Vallejo wash, and you get a lot of it in a bottle, which is good. Here I'm applying the Kromlech weathering powder with a damp brush to the wall and blending it out with a bit more water. This will later need sealing with varnish. This isn't the best demonstration, but I can imagine it would be useful on tyres, tracks and figures boots, especially when mixed with a medium. Overall, I think that although there are going to be some items that aren't relevant to your current project in the box, there's enough general stuff in there that there's always going to be something that's useful to you at the time that you receive it. I wish that I had a Zonderkraftwerk Zoe 234 on the go at the moment, because then these desert colours would be perfect for that. But, you know, I'll just save them until next time I do something that's in a desert setting. Most importantly, I think all the items here are of high quality, which is important because it means that you're getting your money's worth out of the box. Also, I've been able to learn some new things and test some new techniques, so that's pretty cool. I think that's what they're aiming to do with these boxes, so I think that's great. But what do you think? What do you think of the selection of stuff that you get in the box? Let me know with a comment below, that would be great. So if you're interested in getting one of these boxes, what you can do is go to Hobby Hoard's website, which I'll put a link to in the description and on the screen here. And if you go to the checkout and enter the code QUICKKIT as displayed on the screen, you'll get 10% off your purchase. So that's pretty awesome. I know that some of you will be wondering about this. They do ship internationally for a small extra cost. So if you're interested in buying one of these boxes, go to their website, enter the code QUICKKIT at checkout, get 10% off your order, which will be the December box, which is including products from Citadel, TT Combat, Darkstar and Micro Art Studios, so that sounds pretty awesome. And also they have a competition on at the moment where you can win either a 1 month or 3 month subscription to Hobby Hoard, so I'd definitely go check that out. It sounds pretty awesome. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different video. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.